Hey everybody, welcome back to Pomerium Live. I'm just not laughing, but I've got my setup in the stream studio a little better now, so it actually transitions automatically. I used to have to click on them. I didn't realize because I usually like on my own live stream, I have OBS, so it's everything just does its thing. But anyways, found some cool stuff there. So anyways, yeah, we're back at Pomerium Live. I'm your host, Nick Taylor. I'm a developer advocate over at Pomerium. And today I'm hanging out with my friend, Erin Mikail Staples, a DX
Hey.
engineer on the lookout for the next role, full-time comedian. Did I miss anything?
No,
Okay.
chaos
Yeah,
person, creative.
chaos
AI,
person.
I
There you
guess
go.
AI enhanced these days. I feel like that's what everybody wants. AI enhanced.
Yeah. This is Erin AI enhanced. So there we
That's
go.
like for those VC big dollar O's that come in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I plan on get my next round of funding. I'm just gonna register a .ai domain. I think that guarantees
That's like
next
you just have
round
to
of
put
funding.
AI and then like some kind of agentic and then insert 16 more buzzwords. You don't actually have to come up with definitions of them, so you're good.
All right, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, so for I know who you are, Erin, but for folks who might not know who you are, you mind kind of giving a little TLDR of
Yeah.
Erin
Um,
Mikail Staples, the woman, the myth, the legend?
Yeah. I'm Erin. I am based in New York, which I feel like is always like the go-to. So I'm based in Brooklyn, New York. I outside of the day job of doing developer experience, which is usually I like this intersection of like building integration. I love integrations. I like building integrations. I like playing with them. I like seeing how things come together and like I read something the average developer uses 20 plus tools. And so I think it's
Oh
really
wow.
important that if you are a developer or a dev tools company, like if you're not thinking about how your tool fits in an existing work system, then you probably should be thinking about that a little bit more. So I love that problem space.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
yeah, and then yes, I am a full-time comedian. So while I'm looking for my next adventure, I do have a residency at Flophouse Comedy Club in New York City. So if you're in New York City and you want to hang out, you're more than welcome. Hit me up. I do have discount tickets, and we can go hang
Okay,
out and have fun.
cool. And that's like that's mainly improv, right? The
Stand
comedic
up
stuff
and
or
then AI roasting people. So I do fine tune models
okay.
to roast people because it's a great time.
I think I've seen one of those. I forgot it was AI generated. Yeah, no, that's awesome.
I mean, yeah,
Um,
it's still worth like roasting people, but like it's just so funny how bad AI is at it. Like that's the problem
yeah,
is as AI gets better, I'm like, man, the comedy was how bad it was. I still don't think
yeah,
it's nailed this comedy thing.
yeah. No, for sure. And I I don't know. Like it doesn't come across maybe on like Twitter or like socials, but I'm generally pretty sarcastic, and like I feel like sarcasm is something that maybe AI is potentially not good at. Like I don't know. Or
It's
you tell me. You've been
Yeah, I
building
was
all
gonna say
kinds of
it's
cool
actually
agents.
super interesting. So I got into the AI space on accident, and a total accident. I actually was looking for a job, and then I had a company reach out, and they were in the data labeling space. This is like GPT-2 era, and they were like,
Okay.
we're looking at doing data labeling, data like how do people build machine learning models, which machine learning and AI are different things. Let's put that out in the
Yeah.
world. I feel like that's something that really easily gets confused. And they were like, yeah, like, so I had a really cool job where I was like, can you be an open source maintainer of this project, but also a developer advocate who is learning about machine learning and AI on the job? It's like teaching
Yeah.
people who are brand new because they were like, we see that this AI thing is going to become a thing, which they were right.
Okay.
And I got like a front row seat of like 101, like how to make a model 101, how do you fine tune models 101, which was super fun. But then as this world's kind of expanded and exploded, we've now are here in this world of things and
Yeah.
it's like and we're here.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting times, and it sounds like you got into it earlier than me. Like, I mean, I started using ChatGPT, but like when it came out, but I wasn't really doing anything like agentic aside from asking ChatGPT things, and it's only when I started working at Open Source, this about
Mhm.
almost two years ago now, and
Oh
we
my
had an
goodness, it's been two
agentic
years
portion.
like
Yeah. Well, that's when I started.
yeah.
Last fall was when that finished. But yeah, we had an AI portion to it. And so I worked a lot on because I was leading front end over there, so I was doing more of the front end stuff, but I was doing a bit of back end stuff. My coworker John did most of it, but
Mhm.
that's where I started getting really interested in, and like where I'm at now at Pomerium, even though we're not an AI company, our product acts as an agentic gateway too. So I've been doing a lot of stuff building MCP servers and just built out an MCP client and stuff. So I don't know. I've just been having a lot of fun in the space, but it sounds like you've been doing it a little longer. So
I mean, I think a little longer is like I feel like in the age of AI, we're all just making things up. It's like the whose line of it anyway of text. Because like I think the thing that
yeah,
bugs me
yeah,
most, like I put together a little repo for us today to kind of explore the world of agents. But like I think the biggest have to stop talking about like anybody really knows anything in this era. Like we are so new in this like world
yeah,
of everything that we're still riding that early hype cycle. We're still talking about how things come. I was at lead dev this last week, and lead dev they were talking about how they like like something like 50 something percent of the talks were AI related, and
yeah.
50% of the booth everybody had agents in it, and then you'd go in and you'd be like, what are you doing with agents? And they're like, I don't know.
Stuff.
Yeah, and it's like, which is fine. Like, and I just wish like that's my one wish in this AI space is we just said, I don't know more often.
Yeah.
Because I think that's harming everybody, that's harming the industry, that's harming those who want to learn, that's harming people who are in this space that may know. Like, it's okay for us to say, I don't know. Um,
Hmm.
like, I'm
Yeah.
very fortunate to have been in the space for a while now, but like on that same flip side, like even when I was at Launch Darkly, I was on the AI side, but like
Okay.
even in that era, it's like, why are we just not saying we don't know? Like, that's okay.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. I I think it's healthy to definitely say I don't know for sure. Like, I know that this is kind of like tangential, but like when I was
Mhm.
starting off in tech, I did not ask questions initially because in some of the environments I was in, I felt like I was stupid or I would look stupid.
Mhm.
So like, and it was probably maybe it was all in my head, but I don't think it was. I think there was some people where it's like I had a feeling they would probably say like, "What do you mean you don't know that?" or "You dumbass," And it's like, and nowadays like I try to do it as often as possible. Like when I don't know something, I definitely say like, "What is that acronym? I've never heard it," or like, "What
Mhm.
is this thing? I've never worked in this space." But like, I also try to do those things too for because like you have you know newer people in the industry, and it's like I think you know you try to make an inclusive space, but like just saying like I don't know as somebody more senior, I think just
Mhm.
kind of like cools things off for people. So it's
Totally.
like so I can't say I always do it. I try to, but like um, and yeah, it's I think it's always better to ask questions than like 5 months down the line. I still don't know what that thing is, and we're going to production. And I have to
Yeah,
talk
like, and
about
I
it.
feel like everybody's been there. Like, and I think that's the thing. Like, I say this, I'm totally self-taught as a developer. Like, I learned on the fly. I learned, you know, on the fly learning, just asking really dumb questions. And I've been in that same role. I mean, I've been in that role even recently where I'm like, why are we all just like, I don't know what to ask, and someone's gonna think I'm dumb, and like, I don't know what I'm doing, and
Yeah, yeah,
this is scary, all that stuff. But it's on that same like vein of things, like you said, kind of a senior, as like we're in that more senior person in my career. Like I always feel like I'm still junior. I'm still learning everything, especially in this world of
yeah,
AI. But the more that we can just admit, like, these are buzzwords, these are things that are this is part of a hype cycle. And I do think like the biggest thing about like going kind of to the agent side, the reason I think it clicked so much for me is I've always been freakishly good at math. I just never wanted to do anything with it. I was like,
okay,
cool, I like it. It's awesome. And so that background in data and math and good API calls will help you a ton when building agents or doing anything with AI. Like
yeah,
writing a good API call. And that
no,
seems
totally,
like, well, duh, like, of course. And I think like if
yeah,
you
yeah,
built an agent or you've used it and you've kind of seen it under the hood, you recognize that and you're like, it's just fancy APIs. But
yeah,
on the kind of the side of things, like it doesn't always kind of work that way.
yeah. And this is somewhat related, but like I was saying, I've been building a bunch of MCP servers, and I've been giving some talks about them, and you know there's a lot of services out there or platforms that are saying like convert your API to like an MCP server, and I've got some talks from the people at Goose as well, and just chatted with some of them. I think it was Anthony who's over there on their DevRel team or education team, and it's like a one-to-one mapping isn't necessarily a good idea. Like it'll give you all those tools for like literally each API call, but like it's kind of like if you were in a web browser, like if you were like ordering something online, when you go to say like add to cart, that's like probably a few API calls happening. You don't want to literally call this first tool, then that tool. Like it makes sense to like, it's kind of like a it's an agentic, it's a web experience, but for agentic kind of, you know what I mean? Or I don't know, I don't frame that well, but like, adding to cart might mean, okay, get the SKU. Okay, here's the price. Oh, there's a sale. Here's let me
Yeah.
apply the tax. Shipping can't do it yet. They haven't, like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I know you know what I mean, but like
Yeah.
saying that could be like 5 tool calls if you separated them like one to one. So it's like it just kind of ties into what you're saying about good APIs, but also just how to use them too, I think.
Yeah, because I feel like the first thing with MCP, and I'm actually building an MCP extension for Goose right now for funsies,
Oh,
because
nice. Yeah.
when you have free time and you're like, I'm gonna just build the tool I want. And
Yeah.
because I was trying, I'm a huge Obsidian user. I love Obsidian for drafting things, and I was like, a lot of the Obsidian MCP servers are not quite there yet, but it's because they're
Okay.
following that same rule. They're like, I'm gonna query everything, and I'm like, I don't want you to query everything. I want you to
Yeah.
look for certain tags or help me. Like I have a couple of Python scripts I run in my Obsidian instance that are just like, help me clean this up because
Hmm.
I'm tired and I don't want to clean this up. And I'm a
Yeah.
nerd. Believe it or not, it comes with the glasses. But when I'm at the museum, I pull out my phone and I get my Obsidian app on my phone and I'm like taking notes. I'm like boop 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 boop
Okay.
boop boop boop, and I like, and but they're like chicken scratch notes. They like don't make sense. They're like shorthand, blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
I've been doing this, like I've used Obsidian since grad school in 2018.
Okay.
And as I keep like doing this and looking it up, it's very cool to see because I'll have AI like my scripts clean it up, and then I'll usually do a run of AI now, and I'm like clean up my broken links, fix it. I
Hmm.
don't care. And it's been cool because then I go back and I look at it, and it's like something I've seen like 3 years ago at a museum. I'm now seeing a different version at a different museum by the same artist, and I'm able to like kind of draw these lines of connections that I would have never been able to draw before, which is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. No, totally.
So
Yeah. I'm
anyway,
just
we can get to
picturing you
building though if you
at
want to break it down.
yeah. I'm trying to picture you at the museum. You're like, I don't know, dino bones, missing head, next
I
slide.
mean, yes, that was me. That is exactly. I mean, it's also cool. So they will, continue down this at the Natural Museum of History. They have like the whole like top floor in New York with all dinosaurs and
Okay.
stuff. I also have like my work projects in here and side projects. Like it is an all exclusive. Everything is in one vault, and I just sort it later. But
Hmm.
I'm a huge Jurassic Park fan also as well.
Okay.
Ellie Statler is actually up there in the bookcase, and it's with a couple like embryonic dinosaurs from Barbasol cans because duh.
Okay.
Um, the new Jurassic World Evolution game came out this week, and I have been in the subreddit being a degenerate with everybody in there, geeking out on it. But I was typing in something, and I put like it was like a note to self, like pre-order this game. And I was at
Yeah.
the museum, and it was like, this game will come with these exclusive DLCs if you pre-order. And I'm at the museum, and it pops up like related note. And I'm like, great, amazing. I'm glad that the Natural History Museum is picking up that I, yes, do spend a lot of time on the dinosaur floor.
Yeah. Well, dinos are cool. I don't know. Can't blame you.
Can't blame you. It's fun. Let's make it happen. We could maybe build a
Yeah.
dino agent. That would be a fun one to do.
Yeah. So speaking of dinos, let's build agents because that's the
They're based.
natural
I feel like
transition.
dinosaurs are the OG agents.
Yeah, they were. They even had tar. Like tar balls of sorts, I guess.
Yeah.
So at some point, killed
I'm
them,
pretty
but
sure that they like yes, T-Rex probably couldn't touch his toes, but like he definitely could touch a laptop.
oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Like he'd probably be the best dinosaur to actually be a typer
Yeah,
because
because like I think all of them had like the more like hoofs foot, like a horse or an elephant, and a
yeah,
T-Rex actually has like those little like bloop bloop bloop, and like
yeah,
the new science that they're actually like lean forward more.
Yeah, so like already a bit of
Wait,
scoliosis happening.
the tech neck. We
You
got
know,
the tech neck
yeah,
down.
yeah,
All
it's
right.
got the tech neck. Yeah, it's the tech neck. You're not going to see a brontosaurus pair programming anytime soon. So
No, and I mean, like, you can't get if you're Triceratops, like you can't pair program with that because the what is
yeah,
it? The hood, the horns,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
feel like kind of like a shell, like a collar, essentially. That's gonna get in the way. You can't like
yeah.
they're gonna go and look over someone's shoulder and it's smacked in the face.
Yeah, I feel like a triceratops would be good for holding snacks if you're pair programming. Like maybe throw a few donuts on the horn,
Ooh,
or
like some onion rings or something.
yeah, yeah, maybe an onion ring. Make sure they cool down a bit because like
Yeah, you don't want to burn
I did
them.
work. Yeah, I worked in a kitchen, and
Yeah,
hot oil is not fun.
hot oil
So
is not good. No, like yes, going back, I did we would have in another life. I would have probably been bartending in your kitchen.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Also, hey to Murtaza, thanks for joining us too. There's a seems to be a lot of folks on LinkedIn today, and also, hey
I don't know
Abby,
how to
what's going
connect
on, man?
my on the I'm lacking on the party on the connecting the 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 chat for the
Oh,
LinkedIn.
okay.
But
You should.
I see you, Mavi, I see you, Billy, I see you all the
Oh,
fun. Thanks,
yeah.
Marissa.
So we're talking dinos for those that just joined, and we were gonna look into maybe making a dino agent, and it's also making me think of Dinobots. I grew up in the 80s with Transformers, so like speaking of T-Rex, there was Grimlock, so you know,
Yes.
lots of stuff happening.
Yeah.
Cool. All
And
right,
so I just dropped
so
a repo if anybody wants to follow along in the chat.
yeah, I'll go ahead and pop that. You dropped it in the private chat. I'll drop it
Yeah,
in
the
the main
private chat.
one.
And I'm trying to figure out how to make things jumped in, but that's just on GitHub. If they want to jump, it's kind of a work in progress of kind of the different types of agents out there and whatnot. And I can go ahead and share my screen. Bloop, 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 bloop,
Yeah,
bloop.
go for it.
And
Just
so this
drop
is
it
what
over.
kind of this repo has in it. And it just has, I've kind of quickly whipped this together of like different fun things to talk about and like different types of agents. Some of these, again, this is just a work in progress. I wrote a blog post about almost a year ago now that covers like the different agent types. So you
Okay.
can kind of see one, there's like agents are more than just
Actually, let's go back here. Sorry,
like
I'm trying to find the best screen size here.
you're
There
all
we go.
good.
There we go.
But there's a lot of like different types of agents out there. And so I think that's the one thing that we kind of forget about agents is there's like so many different types. Like at its core, like the most basic agents aren't even, let's see if I can make this easier to see.
Yeah. And I'm gonna throw a question at you that people just keep debating, but what is an agent, Erin?
Oh my goodness, great. I love this question because I think an agent is any time that you are using something to call something else or to it's just a fancy way. It's a script is an agent. Like a bash script can be an agent. A Python script can be
Okay.
an agent. It is a way of executing details. So like in this one, like we're looking at like kind of our basic like fixed automations, which is like do this, do that, then out comes this. It's like step by step.
Yeah.
Step one, step two, step three. Like this is like, man, automated emails, form processing. That is an agent, but it's some people again we get like really hoity-toity about it because it's like that's not an agent, that's not complex enough, blah blah blah, and it's like really guys, that's not worth our time. I think
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
again that's going back to we like to make it more complicated than it needs to be, and it doesn't have to be. It's okay. So like in this example we're gonna have we can do a quick like I think there's got to be a dinosaur API, right?
There's definitely a. Oh, I would be very surprised if there wasn't.
Let's make a new branch and make a dinosaur one.
Yeah.
Dino
And
agents.
and while you're doing that, so this project, I got the TLDR quickly. So we're using Python, we're using UV, and we're gonna build cool stuff.
Yeah. And then Olama. So it's all free. So you don't even have to have any like API codes or anything. But I'm just going to duplicate this existing example. So we're going to just do Dino example. Sick. All right. So I'm going to pop open
Cool.
this file. And every agent kind of has like the same thing. So again, this is just like a script file. So it's going
Yeah.
to have like our basic agent, which this one is using, we're going to really break out of the box. It's a weather agent, right? So
Okay.
all this agent has, and you can see at the top, it kind of has a little blurb. It's going to import a date time, import like our basic like variables and whatnot from the system. It's going to have our
Okay.
llama details and then weather API key city, and it'll tell it what to do. So all it does is you're going to see it. It's going to be like, great, I'm getting the weather. And from here, all I'm going to do, it's like making an API call. I don't really care if it's not working, it's not working.
Yeah.
API is not there, I don't care. And I'm taking one format, that's it. Okay, bye. You know,
Okay.
that's all
And,
it does. And it's just using it and parsing it into a different format.
okay. And I guess speaking of that, that's like, is that your system prompt or was that just a comment?
That's just a comment. These are just my,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
So these are just my prompts down here. So it's going to be like here, we can see, great. The prompts are going to be here and we're just going to be, all I'm telling it to do is I just want it to put it in this format. Oh, no,
Okay.
right here, system prompt. So again, we're seeing if there's a provided one, great. And here's like just some basic kind of exceptions. If we want to do like a based on weather data, provide a brief weather-friendly summary. So this is even more example. This is a bad example for fixed automation, but we can adjust that. But
Okay.
because for fixed automation, you wouldn't have this. You would not have the weather data, brief friendly summary. Like you wouldn't even call a large language model at all. It would just be like, here is data. Have fun. Bye.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I'm actually going to Google my friend BFF Google, unless anybody has a great dinosaur API. And I'm just going to Google and I'm typing in dinosaur API because I feel like we need one.
Cool. And I'm going to switch our view over again. Can people, for folks in the chat, let me know if you can see the screen with us this size. If not, I'll go back to the other.
And it looks like there is a dinosaur API, believe it or not. If you put it on the internet, it does exist, I guess.
Okay. Oh, did we lose your screen?
Yeah, we lost the screen. I was going to switch to the dinosaur API screen, but I'm also just,
Oh, yeah.
Easier to share in the chat is actually what I think will be easier.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, and I think maybe if you want to pull it up on your end, if that's easier. Here's, I went literally super and went to the first one on Google. So,
okay.
Very serious.
Right. Yeah. Trusted, reliable, robust dinosaur API.
Yeah, there is no listicle that said these are the top 10 dinosaur APIs. So we're just going to trust my gut. And by trusting my gut, I mean, we're trusting in my Google overlords, but it looks like this API, it's got dinosaur. It returns an entire list of dinosaurs and a description of it. So it looks like all my data has a name and description. That is the options, the data that it has.
Okay, cool.
So
did you want to go ahead and share your screen again?
Yeah, I can go ahead and share again. So I've got my dinosaur system. I don't think this has I'm like looking if there's any authentication, but I think I might be expecting too much from a dinosaur API.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's probably just public with an API key or something.
Yeah.
Limited.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's not even giving me that. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna share the actual dinosaur API screen here.
Okay.
So you can see this is the dinosaur API screen.
Nice. We got dinosaurs, random. Cool.
This is what we've got here.
Okay.
So I'm going to see if we can just get it to query this API. So it's looking, there's our endpoint. I'm assuming that's our endpoint because that's where it's coming from. So we're going to go from here.
Yeah, that seems to be following regular REST patterns. So
yeah. And we're going to switch it up and we're going to put it in here and kind of clean up our agent. And let me know if you want to drive it all, if you want to play around.
Yeah, I'm good either way.
Either way.
All right.
I'm gonna just jump in.
We're moving around all over the place here because your screen keeps popping back in.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all good. Sorry for the folks if you're like, oh yeah.
This is how you can tell my setup isn't optimized for live streaming right now either. When I've been switching computers, and I'm playing the what system do I want to do? So I'm gonna be putting, instead of this, I'm gonna just change out this base URL.
Okay.
And put it in with this dinosaur one. And we'll see what we got here.
All right, let's see what the kid can do.
Let's see what we can do. And then I'm going to be like, I don't really care about fetching weather data. I now want to change this to, I probably should change this instead of weather data, be consistent. Dino agent. Damn. And adjust this.
Yeah.
Fetch dino. Don't be too accurate on me.
I like that name. Fetch dino data. I like that.
Very, very important. And I'm just gonna be like,
Yeah.
fetch dino data from the API, I guess. Yeah, great. Perfect. Amazing. Fetching dinosaur data. And I'm just gonna pick a random dinosaur data. So
yeah, we might as well just to get started, just so we can see the shape and getting
to
interested in
see
getting
what's kind of
started.
coming out. Blah, blah, blah. I don't really care about units. I think our endpoints here are we're going to name and description. So it's going to be it's always typing in front of a screen and you're like, damn.
Yeah. You get used to it with live streaming. I'm not necessarily a fast typer. I don't know about yourself, but not that I'm like one finger keying or anything, but it's like I'll be honest, I look at the keyboard still sometimes. So
For me, I've always found I am a there we go. This is when I'm like I like the auto generator like that, but then I always forget what I want.
okay, yeah.
Like where I'm like, give me that. Great. I'm gonna go down and fix this. Perfect. Great.
Cool.
What are you yelling at me for? Huh?
Doesn't like self? Isn't it a class though?
Oh, I think it's not defined. I thought I defined it
Okay.
right there. Chill out. Let's see what it tells me.
Okay.
Oh, I haven't even gotten to all that yet. This is what I'm like, okay, I haven't even gotten down to that part yet.
Yeah, yeah. Are you in Cursor? Is that what you're using?
I'm using Cursor. I'm usually there it goes. There's the self-name description. I'm using Cursor. I have mixed fields on it. See, because then it corrects everything. Like I don't want it to correct everything. I just want it to correct the things that I was working on. Like I
Yeah.
haven't scrolled down this far yet, you know?
Yeah, yeah, no, totally. Yeah,
And
I've
that's where I get
been
like annoyed at it. I'm like, okay, that fixed it technically, but like you weren't super helpful. I guess for
yeah.
like super helpful, like I feel like I'm losing my autonomy here. I don't want my brain to rot.
Yeah. No, I got you. I'm usually in VS Code. I I've definitely used Cursor. I'm gonna give it a go again because they have like a Cursor Cafe pop up in Montreal in a few weeks. So it would help if I was probably using it again. But I don't know about you, but I've found like I'm in Claude Code all day. I just even though I'm a big fan of VS Code and like just that whole experience, and GitHub Copilot has a CLI now too. They just dropped, but I don't know. I like seeing the diff in the CLI, and
Yes.
it like I don't know. It's like for whatever reason, because like I've done a lot of front end, so like I'm used to being an editor, but like for some
Oh,
reason
that's interesting.
I prefer seeing the diffs in the CLI, and to your point, like where it's not changing like everything, or if it is changing stuff, I don't need to see it literally changing it in my file that's open. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it seems more like theater that I just don't need. Like
Well,
I
and
don't know.
like for that, I'm like, okay, just fix the thing that I want. But then look, so I'm like, okay, great. So you corrected whether the dinosaur's sick. But then I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
I know this data doesn't exist. I looked at that
yeah,
API. This data is not in that API. So like I
yeah,
should just be able and like that was wrong. And I'm like, it's more of the like, okay, keep the deleting. I'm like, whatever. I don't necessarily want this AI generated one.
yeah.
Oh,
Like
like
it's a little
we've made
eager.
me a friendly paleo. Here's our system prompts. I really appreciate the one that friendly paleontologist. What's his face? Why am I blanking his name? Glasses.
Not Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum. You are a friendly paleontologist. You are Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah,
This is more funny. Like, come on, guys. If we're gonna do it, make it real.
Yeah. Also, I want to hear how if they respond like
Jeff
Jeff
Goldblum.
Goldblum.
Respond in his way. Respond. Now we're getting vibe. This is when we get wild. Have
Yeah.
you used Warp yet?
I used it when it first came out a little bit, but I'll be honest, I'm loving like I really like Ghosty, and it's not an
Okay.
authentic uh shell, but like I said, I've just kind of been in Claude Code, and the way I've been using it too is like because like when I'm building out stuff, like I have a home lab, I install
Mm,
it on the home lab where I'm not a Kubernetes expert yet, and I've been deploying Kubernetes. So I set up the CLI where I'm doing my deployment, and it helps me because like there's just stuff I don't know how to do, and like obviously I can read up on it and all that, and I do have to understand it, but it's just been helping me move faster. Like I built a demo, it's kind of like conference driven development. I
hmm
gave my first talk on Kubernetes at All Things Open last week. So I needed to have a cluster up. And if I hadn't used something like Claude Code, I don't know how long it would have taken me. Like I spent maybe 2 days back and forth with Claude Code, like to get everything set up. And, you know, sure it cost a bit of money, but like even if I blew like $300 US, which sounds like a lot as a dev, yes, but like from the org's standpoint, I didn't have to.
That's nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not, it's not even somebody's salary for the day. I didn't have to pull in people. Like I mean I know enough that I know what I'm doing. It's just I haven't deployed Kubernetes before. So I was able to like, we have docs and stuff. So like I was able to
Mhm.
grok and stuff, but it was just like a big unlock for me. And it seems to be pretty good with YAML and Kubernetes.
So yeah, I'll switch to, I'll show you because then we can run this in Warp and I'll show you why I've switched. So I will admit I'm the Warp super fan. I'm not
Oh,
a good,
nothing
I
wrong
was
with that.
never really, I kind of missed the ghosty train. Like I was
Okay.
always, but I was like late to the term, like I was late to feeling comfortable in a terminal. And I think for me,
Okay.
it was being the self-taught. Like I wanted to see how, like seeing how things came together file-wise took me a
Yeah.
while. And like, I guess like I also have been, most of my work has been in back end or like that integrations API space or data. So
Okay.
like I wanted to see stuff in that format. And I'm with you. I've made one ever Helm chart in my life and I thought I wanted to cry. And this was like back in the day pre this kind of stuff, which I was just like, damn,
Yeah.
don't ask me how to do it now.
Yeah.
Um, so great. I'm gonna go ahead, commit this. And it's so
Yeah.
interesting because I like switch between editors all the time now. Like I have VS Code.
Yeah.
It's just this was whatever one I had open on my desktop.
Okay. Yeah, I think one of the things, and I've spoken to I don't know if you know Ben Holmes. He used to be on the
Hmm.
AstroCore team. He actually I met him at the AI World Fair this summer, and he's actually working at Warp now.
Oh,
And
sweet.
yeah, so basically I'll add your screen back in a second. But
Yeah,
yeah,
no
I was
worries.
talking to him, and this has been like a big ask from a lot of people. And I remember why I didn't continue using it after I tried it out is because like at that point, like I'm in the VS Code integrated terminal all the time. You can't obviously integrate it. Now in my role, like it's more security infra. I'm more in a CLI. So
Hmm
like I'm less like I'm working on the product too. So like I am doing front end stuff too. And so like I'll still be in VS Code, but like I've found myself more lately just in a shell. And so like something like Warp might make more sense to revisit now. And I should probably get Ben to come hang on a stream and talk
Yeah, I
about
was gonna say,
what
let
he's
me know
doing.
when because I will come and geek out because I love like Zach Lloyd's stream, the founder of Warp, and like the way that they just
Yeah.
warp code things. And I'm like I probably write most of my code. Like I actually just set up a new laptop recently. I finally like got time to do it. I've been
Yeah.
procrastinating because I was like, I feel like they were coming out with a new chip every new week, and I was like, I don't know what I want.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm the type of person like I will make a laptop work until it's on its last leg.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So I had like the first ever M chip laptop that had the touchscreen, which they should
Oh,
bring
okay.
that
I
back,
didn't know they had a
arguably.
touch screen.
Yeah, they had like the touchscreen on the bar on the keyboard.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that
Yeah,
part.
the touchscreen keyboard, and it had that. But I like, and I'm a aggressive typer, so I like the backspace had a dent in it. And like the when the butterfly chip one had, I had that one. I like they upgraded me to an M1 because they were like, you have brought in 3 of these laptops because you've broken the butterfly
Yeah, you
keyboards.
need the chiclet ones back.
They were
Spoke
like,
to the
we are
butterfly.
losing money on people like you because you paid for Apple Care and you keep bringing in laptops. And I'm like, I'm sorry, okay. Um,
That's why the Apple stock's going down. Okay, it's
that
because of you.
it's actually just
Yeah.
me. So like I finally upgraded to the M4. So I've been resetting everything up, but I've actually just asked Warp to do it the other day. I was like, just you know
Okay.
what I've been doing. I'm logged in. Just fix my things. You know what I had installed because I'm not a smart person that would save this because I just used the same laptop for like 6 years. So like, just fix it, please.
Yeah, yeah,
But
no, gotcha.
yeah, this is
Okay,
what
so
it
this
looks
is
like.
it looks completely different now. It's
Yeah,
not what it looked like last time I used it.
it even has like so it has like the Warp Drive, but then it has like you can get this more like standard workflow. So like where you can see
It's
like
gonna
what
become an editor. It's gonna become
it's
an
going to become
editor.
an editor, but I don't think it's going to take the route. And like the biggest thing I like is like, and I think this is something that I struggled with when I was learning is like so many times you're like, I don't know what to do. I don't even, and like the hard thing to know is like, what do I Google?
Hmm.
And you can ask, I always say like, yes, they're stupid questions. Like they're the questions that you perceive as stupid. They're not stupid questions. There's only stupid people.
Yeah.
Um, you could ask the questions right within the command line, like no matter what, which is amazing.
Okay.
So like
Yeah,
I
because
don't have
that's
to like open up another window to Google things. I'm like, what is this command? Please help. So I can even just like move into and it like tries to remember it,
okay.
this agent, and then it'll ask you if you want to optimize. So it'll be like, great.
Okay, so it
Sure,
just
why not? Create a
indexes. Okay.
port file. Have a great time. Do it. And
Okay.
it recognizes like, hey, you were last working on this branch, but I can switch branch
Okay.
within here. And then it makes a work file to try to understand it, automatically pulls this up. I didn't
Yeah.
type that. It's like, here, it's just optimizing it for Warp.
Hmm.
And I think it's like 20 bucks a month. Like it's out of all the AI code tools, I think it's like the cheapest.
Yeah. It's like, well, the way you are asking like a question down there, like that's kind of how I use Claude Code right now when I don't know like what the command is, like I'll just say like run the command, like or say like how do I do this? It says here's the command. Do you want me to run it? I say yes, but I'm not in my shell. I'm in my shell, but I'm not at my, you know, uh prompt to like I'm still in Claude Code, you know what I mean? I can't just do CD or something,
Mm-hmm.
whereas this is like not it looks like natural language, but it's natural language, but also like, hey, you can still do CD or whatever.
Yeah, you could run completely. Like I have like opened up ran you can and you can install terminal extensions in here. Like I've ran like NeoVim runs in here.
Okay.
So like it's
Yeah.
got all the things that you love. Like I actually was using it a lot for docs editing in my
Okay.
last role because I could see like for me, sometimes opening it up, I'd get mixed up in tabs or like blah, blah, blah. I'd open up 72 tabs in my VS Code or whatever. And then I'd be like, where the hell was I at? I don't know what I'm doing. And like
Yeah.
this, I'm like, oh, I can just open up. I use the Charm CLI tools. What is
Yeah.
it? Glow for the PDF or Markdown.
Okay. Yeah.
And I would just test that. And it's like, great. And it's like, hey, it's the user, like, it's like, hey, we don't have testing here. And it's like, okay, well, ignore. Like
Yeah. No, I
it's
got
like
you.
it'll let me know like it's probably like a good blah blah blah. It's telling me great. Always use all of this. I might open it blah blah blah. Check for warp. I could use this, and I like what it tells me what it's going to do, and then I can stop it at any time. Like bye, I don't want you to do this anymore. It tells you how much
Okay.
it's used, right? It tells you how many tools calls it did, how many commands it executed. You can even tell it how much like different items or attach different context. But then it
Okay.
indexes all of this locally,
Gotcha.
which is nice.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that is cool. Yeah.
And
There's
like
like,
the forking is cool too. Like that's a fun spot.
okay. Yeah,
But
no, I'm definitely gonna have to revisit it. Not to say it'll become my go-to, but I definitely should revisit it. And yeah, Ben, if you're listening, you may or may not be. I'm gonna hit you up. So
so I'm gonna go ahead and like let's just see if I'm just curious because like I haven't given Warp. This is the first time I've opened this up in Warp. I'm gonna just go into that fixed automation dyno example that we were in.
okay,
Also, random nit that I just noticed. So on cursor, if you want to like complete a command, it's like tab, and in Warp, it's they all have different like complete the sentence key bind like.
Yeah.
And again, new computer, I haven't set them all yet up yet, so eventually I'll get irritated one day and I will make sure that they're all the same. And then I'll try to use someone
Okay.
else's computer and be completely wrecked.
Yeah.
But one day they will. Come on, if you're listening and you work on any of these tools, please just make all the key bindings the same. Like I want like open key binding people out
Yeah.
there. But anywho, let's just
Yeah.
see. I'm in the folder. I'm gonna just see, and I can be like, so we can just see all of it's there, right?
All
That's
right.
all of our stuff we
Cool.
put together. And I'm gonna be like, is my Dino example in there? There we go.
I
Wanted to
think
check.
it is. I think it's just called weather agent still.
Yeah, did I still
All
make
right.
I didn't rename it. All right, well, I'm gonna be like, rename weather agent to Dino agent dot py, then run the agent. Please let me know if you have.
Side note, but one thing, I was hanging with Matt McInnes, a buddy of mine from my virtual coffee group, and AI is pretty cool with spelling mistakes. I used to be like, I have to totally like, unless it's like you give a completely different meaning, but like this, like the little typos you did there, it's able to grok it usually.
It's
So like
usually
I've
pretty
gotten
good.
sloppy talking when I type. Now it's like just like smash, smash. Okay, it'll understand. So
Yeah, no, the other thing is, have you done the voice yet?
I've used it on ChatGPT. I haven't done it with like, well, Claude Code you can't do that. I don't think, but Claude you can. I think
Because
ChatGPT you definitely can.
you can voice code in Warp.
Okay, yeah,
It's and it's freakishly good. So it's like good, and it's gonna tell me like blah blah blah, and it's like, hey, great, you didn't set up a Warp file, and I'm gonna be like, great, I understand that, thank you.
Okay,
This is what it gets for like
yeah,
me not setting it up in Warp in the first place.
yeah. Maybe
I
maybe
can
Warp
tell it.
should
I can
hire
stop
you.
it and be like, stop. I don't want you to make a Warp file right now. Oh, there it goes. It's like, just kidding. So it tells you I'm drafting a detailed plan. I'm running examples. First, I'll navigate to the directory, rename the weather agent file to dino agent.py using Git, and update any necessary references. For installing dependencies, I'll use uv pip install requirements.txt or any appropriate command for the environment. And I like how it talks you through what it's doing.
Yeah, so it's giving you the plan and then executing. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it'll just tell you warping. Let's see what it pops up. I'm not thrilled it's making a warp file, but I think that's just because I didn't initialize it. And I did tell it.
Yeah.
And it has certain things.
Okay.
Like I always tell it I like to use UV.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
so
it's
that's one I
fast
have. And then I also
general.
like, I have it being very verbose. I went and set all my like code editors that I'm using with AI. I'm like, make it very verbose when you're writing instructions or telling me what you do, because I have found that helps with the accuracy, but because it'll force it to double check itself.
Okay, yeah.
And then again, doing a lot of DX type work. If I scroll up here, we can see one of the things it does is, look, I have it set so most, like when I'm writing demos or have anything with example in it, it detects it as an educational repository. So it's like, make sure that I'm being really thorough, make sure
Okay.
that you're actually index on over explaining. Because then when I have to go back and write a tutorial and I'm like, ah, crap, what did I do? Because sometimes I get in the habit of like, I
Yeah.
just made a cool thing and now I gotta go teach what did I do that in step 3.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
no, totally, totally.
and so it helps me do that. So like at any point you can edit it. So if you don't like this plan, you can edit it or you can refine it.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna have execute it. And we'll see if we get an agent
Okay.
response back.
Yeah. I think this just in general, but like creating a plan is a great way to go. Or like I've been a lot of times I've been like, I'll prompt to create a better prompt as well. The folks at Goose call it vibe prompting, but like, or like, I'll do stuff like, make this, like, I'll have my criteria in the prompt, but I'll say like, write this in a way that I can paste this into like Claude Code or something if I'm in
Mm-hmm.
something else, and like you said, just keep refining, like the more precise you get, the better you get. Like if you say make a website, it's gonna make one, but like, what's it gonna be?
Oh,
Oh, couldn't
interesting. We
complete
got
the
an error. This is interesting. Decode error, internal error remote. Let's see. So let's see what it's trying to do.
Okay, so print.
All right. So change. A lot of it is changing these references. So I can like how I can go back. Blah blah
Does it
blah.
have to rerun pip install maybe
Maybe
if you
let's
change
see.
the?
Because I don't see it operate. I don't see a virtual environment, which it might not do. So okay. So it's model is running. Oh, that's just a
Yeah. Perfect. Now let's check
since
Olama
it's a dyno
Pi.
agent, since it's not a weather agent, and I can, but you can see that here's the other thing is you can now open this up and see all of the changes at once,
Okay, yeah.
which is
No,
nice.
yeah.
And then you can even like
I,
edit
I,
it and whatnot, which is
I'm
great.
definitely gonna have to look at this again. It actually looks, it's a million times different than the last time
Oh,
I saw it.
totally.
Before it was literally just a shell where it had like AI like capabilities. So yeah, no,
So I have it and I
definitely.
just like notice I just selected that text. It'll pick it up and it'll
Yeah.
be like, a warp error or an Erin error.
Is your is Olama running like the API server?
I have one. I have this. Oh, this is a. It might be running because I was doing this for something else.
Okay, yeah, you did a poll, so it's probably, yeah.
Mm.
I'm
Because
curious
this
what
one's
the
just running
error is.
another model, which I don't necessarily need right now.
Okay.
Oh, see, it's a warp error. Connections on warp side.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, it was the AI component that died. Okay.
Yeah, I got this error. Resolve. Is it a warp error or an Erin error? Oh, interesting. So yeah, it's kind of struggling with the. I will say warp is the other one. Oh, see, there it goes. It didn't install the dependencies.
Okay, yeah, so it did need to redo it. Yeah, okay.
All right, great. Let's see. I'm just curious. I haven't ran this one with dependencies yet. All right, what do you
Let's see what the kid can do.
impressed? Let's see. Need a. Oh my goodness. Come on. Do you need me to make you a virtual environment, bud?
What are you using for? I haven't done a ton of Python, but I've used, there's VM. Somebody was saying poetry at one point.
I used to be a big poetry person. I'm almost doing everything in UV these days. So there it goes. You can see there's the
Yeah.
virtual environment right there.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so interesting. The agent ran, but there's no valid API key. Oh,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
trying
So
to run the wrong one.
oh, the weather agent. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. I'm
good.
guessing this Dino one is public. Maybe you have to put an API key at some point if you want more.
Yeah,
But
the content is filed. Okay. All right. Well, it should be. If I ran dinoagent.py, I thought we updated it, but we'll find out. Did I just not commit it? Mm-mm-mm.
it looks like you made the changes.
Oh no, it's giving me
I
weather
see.
reporting.
Oh,
Fine, whatever. You're right. I did not commit it apparently. Please update the content then.
yeah.
Did I not add it? Wow, that would have been. Oh no, it's
I have
sitting
the.
right there in my freaking. I didn't hit commit. I typed the message and I closed the tab.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Step one, AI coding only like really picks up all your things if you actually press the button that says go. Like if you're coding with AI, you actually have to give it permission to do things. All right, so let's see. Let's
Apparently
copy
I
the
have.
actual dinosaur agent from other examples. So I'm going to see. It's like, hey, ding dong. Okay, try again. I know, running patience. But I think the cool part about this is like we're still going to get kind of geeking out on like this is again a very basic agent example that's
Yeah.
just calling and querying AI. We can get into more, so it's like, wow, here we go. Oh, it's trying to see where it's trying to still call the
Oh, the
weather.
weather API. Okay.
All right, well,
I
I'm
thought
about to tell
we
you
I thought
now.
we updated that
Oh, I didn't update the
URL.
config.py file. So I'm going to have it
Okay,
keep
okay,
going
okay.
that, and I'm going to just do this myself. So
Okay.
I'm going to cheat. Oh, that's the warp drive. I do that all the time. I want this one. I'm going to go into, I'm in my dyno example. So fixed automation, dyno example. We're going to see what it's got. So see where it's still pulling that up. And just cheat here. I can't ever remember the key binding for the end of the line in Vim, but
Oh, it's I've gotten better at this. It's $, I believe,
oh,
if you're in
sick.
read-only
Okay.
mode, and zero's the beginning.
$sign and zero.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. If you're in the read-only mode, not the edit mode, obviously.
Insert. So
Yeah, I'm
let's go
still not an
here.
expert in all those shortcuts, but I've gotten like capital G goes to the bottom of the file, GG goes to the top, and then I got those two other ones, and obviously like the classic, how do I quit or write?
It's
But
the yelling at things until it quits. Let's steal this
yeah,
API. Dinosaur, blah, blah, blah. Dinosaurs. Amazing. I don't think I need units.
okay. Kelvini, is that the Italian temperature? Hey, it's a Kelvini.
Yeah. Or yeah, is it, well, no, Kelvin's like extreme temperature, isn't it? Is that what it's?
No. Kelvin is, yeah. It's just because you had a typo. It said Kelvini for a
Oh,
second.
Kelvini. I like
That's
that
like,
better though. That's
yeah,
a
I love that
that's way
Pascal. It's so
cooler.
good.
Way cooler. Instead of log file, I want it to make dino agent log. Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
Weather fields to include. No, I want dino fields to include. Come on.
yeah.
Include fields. This should say blah blah blah.
Do we know
Name.
the fields it returns? Name and description. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And then boop, delete that
How
comma.
how humid are our dinosaurs?
How humid are they? Is that like a dinosaur sweat metric?
Yeah. Do
Like,
dinos even sweat? I've never seen a sweating dino.
I don't know. I mean, I'm glad that you've seen one design dino testing. I'm gonna put cool dino report, not just like dino report. I want cool dino report. Current condition, current cool dinosaur. I know there's a delete all line, but I can't remember it off the top of my head, so I'm gonna cheat and just. Perfect. There's no city, so I think I can just put name.
Is there a Dino City? Welcome to Dino City. Well, I guess there could be a Dino Park, Jurassic.
Jurassic Park, yeah.
Yeah.
Da, da, da.
All right.
All right, sounds great. Whatever. Right quit this. Boop.
Yeah. Suitable
Like
use
that. Let's see.
cases for a
Oh,
dino.
now it's like trying again. All right. So it should have fixed things while I fixed things while it's fixing things.
Okay. Here.
Blah, blah, blah. Let me just
All right,
copy
let's
it.
run it.
No, cancel, reject, bad. No. Blah, blah.
Yeah. That's definitely one thing I mean, I do it in general, but like especially with when I'm using an agent, I definitely commit once some things are done. Just, I mean, in general, I commit, but I find it's definitely more helpful with the agent.
Yeah, and having more commits, I find really helps. So, okay, great. Perfect. We now have Dino agents in there, so that did
All right.
update. Sick. Now try again. I'm now determined because I'm like, I haven't tried doing this in Warp yet.
Yeah.
To run. Dino agent.py. Have fun.
All right. Let's see what happens. I feel like the random might be, I don't know, Triceratops maybe?
Triceratops? No, why are you trying to do this?
It is committed. Why is it still looking for that
It
weather?
is like I am committed to making it about weathers. Oh, here. It's because I thought I updated it. Didn't I just? All right, whatever.
You did. Well, the API's updated, but the weather key's still there, I guess. I thought you got rid of that too, though.
Yeah. Oh, see, it says adding to config.py.
Oh, no.
Reply, no. Don't add it. There. Forget about weather. We are using Dino API. I've heard it I've told myself if I type in all caps, it's more accurate.
Yeah.
Here is the endpoint. And this is actually one that I have used before. Please review your actions to
Think about what you
understand
did.
what you did wrong. Like giving them the guilt trip, like the Catholic guilt trip,
Yeah.
that works, I think. At least it worked on me and my 10-year-old self.
All right. Let's see what it does.
We
Oh, hey, how's it
sidetracked from
going, Code and
agents a bit,
Crochet?
but I feel like this is, as long as this is entertaining to folks, then
Yeah.
we
Just
can
want to
keep
say hey
hanging.
to yeah. I've got a hard stop in 11 minutes,
No
unfortunately,
worries.
but just want to say hey to Maggie in over on YouTube. Got to hang with Maggie over at the Commit Your Code conference. Finally got to meet in
Oh, very
person.
cool. And also Code and
Yeah.
Crochet, I'm here for it. Hey, Connor. We can keep building.
Yeah. I guess while this is doing its thing, are you generally in Python or do you TypeScript, or is it just like whatever? I mean, I guess doing DX, it's just whatever gets thrown at you,
Yeah,
I
it's
guess.
whatever. Like, I feel like so if you would have asked me like 2 years ago, I'd have been like Python. And now I'm like, I'm pretty, I'm Python, TypeScript, JavaScript. I started learning Go at Launch Darkly just to learn it.
Okay.
Um, so that was one thing, which was great. The syntax is kind of confusing, but that's actually one of the areas that like it actually came a lot in handy. Wow, here, interesting. So it cleaned up that, so it fixed that, and then it
Okay.
cool. We're on the right track.
All right.
But one of the things that um, I feel like I just kind of like enjoy is like once it's like data, it's like you're doing a lot of JSON items.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. It does well with structured data. Like,
So here, let's see.
no
All right.
issues encountered. All right.
And so, which isn't installed, but use that fallout report. Okay, which is fine because it shouldn't. So we have a dinosaur report. Aerodontics. We've got our
Oh,
agent
nice.
working
Never heard
here.
of it.
I don't know. It's
I've
an
never
early
heard of
stage
this.
in the evolution of sauropods. I'm just
I've heard
completely shocked you
Sarapod
haven't
before.
heard of this, Nick. Come on.
Yeah. I gotta brush up on my. No,
On
I
your
think
dinosaur information. But I think the cool thing is like we didn't do any like yes, that's technically an agent, but like there's not a lot of like custom things. It literally just queried an API and spit it back out.
yeah, and I guess this is something to bring up because like it's not just for MCPs, but people talk about like why don't you just use your API instead, you know? But the thing is like in agentic flows, you know, yes, we're software developers, but like, you know what I mean? Like I'm never gonna ask my mom to wire up an API and do something, you know what I mean? Like the promise of something like an MCP server where you get those
Mm-hmm.
tools is it's just like just pull this thing in. I need these things. Like I need my dynos. I gotta find them.
Yeah.
I don't know how to program it, but there's this server that I can just pop in here, add to my context, and I can say like, give me a Ardonics. Is that it?
Yeah. I think Ardonics. I think the other thing that's really interesting though is when we talk about agents and we talk about building these, like guinea pig on my husband here. So my husband is a journalist. He's non-technical.
Yeah. Your mic just died for some reason. We're
Oh, it said I got restarted audio. Device stopped. Okay, thank you.
okay. Cool. That's all good.
The alert. Um,
Yeah.
the thing that's interesting is when we think about agents, like my husband's non-technical, right? He built an entire agentic RAG app just in Goose,
Okay.
and it queries Notion.
Okay.
He has like an internal Notion database, and then they have a Newswire API that they follow news trends with, and he's
Mhm.
able to do all of that without ever leaving anything.
Yeah. I think aside from like the potential ease of use, it just democratizes like more people, you know, like if you ask somebody to do something with RAG before, like you 100% had to be a dev, right? You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
and even some devs would be like, I don't even know how to do RAG, you know? So yeah, I think that's the cool thing about it. And like also like, you know, there's a security aspect to things. You got to vet like what you're pulling in, obviously. But like, I know at least for like MCPs, I can't speak to agents in general, but there's like a registry now.
Mhm.
more official, and doesn't mean that bad actors still can't get in there,
I
but
mean, like,
they'll,
that's everywhere. That's like
yeah,
what there was an NPM package leak, like what, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago?
yeah, no, they still happen, but I definitely see the value of, some kind of registry to like at least vet them. Like the same thing happens with browser extensions because I've built browser extensions before.
Mhm.
You know, browser extensions literally, depending on how they set the permissions up for that browser extension, they can literally do anything on your behalf, or it could just be like you can only read things, or you can't even read things, but like, so there's that whole aspect to it. But yeah, I don't know. It's still, even though like people are saying like, am I so behind in like everything AI? I don't think so. It's still early days. Like even if you jump in now, I don't think you're behind. Like yes, somebody else might have been doing it for a year, but it's not like you're screwed or something. You know what I
But
mean?
it's
Like
like, I mean, that's with anything, right? Like that's anything. Like I feel like if you were a software
yeah,
developer 5 years ago and you were like, I mean, like I look at myself 5 years ago, right? I was barely writing code.
yeah,
It doesn't know, like I knew Python and you'd be like, Aaron, learn a new framework. I'd be like, don't ask me. Don't ask me to do front end.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
gonna look like you're gonna get my same 6 boxes that I know how to make, and that's your options. So I hope you
yeah,
like a
yeah. But
box.
they're great. They're great
They're
boxes.
great boxes. They're gonna have one of
Yeah,
the 5 color backgrounds and like the really ugly, like gonna be really clunky. Don't ask me.
yeah,
But like all of that to be said is like, all right, well, don't stress. You'll be okay. Like
yeah,
it's all kind of just
yeah.
perspective.
I think people make it sound more urgent because like AI is moving so much faster than other things have traditionally. I think I think that's more the thing why like people are like not gonna make it or whatever, or like you're cooked, you're too late. But it's just the tech's moving fast, is all.
But it's the
Um,
tech, like, and I think the tech's not even moving that fast. It's like, because if you push in on 90% of those like hype cycle things on LinkedIn or whatever, and you ask them 2 questions, they're like, I'm like, okay, then great. I don't care. Like, it's the thing that we see often in hype cycle of people attaching to it, but it's like, we're not embracing the I don't know and I don't understand, which is like the thing I don't like
yeah,
about it being a hype cycle is like it incentivizes the capitalism for the wrong reasons on it. Like not to say that we shouldn't
yeah,
like, all jokes aside and everything, like we can disagree or not like it if we can, but like unfortunately we all got to pay bills in this world, but
yeah. Apparently,
it's
paying bills is important. So
yeah, like can we get over that? Can
yeah,
we all just go, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends and the dinosaurs. Where's the triceratops or
yeah, yeah. Well,
pterodactyls or something?
I want to go hang in that tar pit with Mr. T-Rex.
Yeah,
Um,
go. I'm
yeah,
gonna go lecture him. Maybe stand up straight, bro. You're gonna get the tech neck. The
yeah,
hump's gonna come back for you.
yeah, man. Like, got to work on that posture. You need like what
Those
was
little
it?
like, I just
Yeah,
like
those
have
things
someone
that
like,
they pull in the back. Yeah, yep.
yeah, do some stretches. Open that
Yeah,
chest
yeah,
up. Come on, bud.
yeah. Maybe a little yoga. Work your way to a down dog. It's probably a little down dog's probably a little harder for a T-Rex with the short arms, maybe. But
Yeah, I feel like because they're like they get to be probably a really good headstand.
yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I feel like a T-Rex would be a good break dancer, like spinning on the head. The
Ooh, yeah.
tail would help,
Or like
just
their
help.
tail, I feel like could be really strong at this.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that's what the API will end up being is breakdancing dinos. Build
Hey,
your
yeah,
breakdancing
I've
dino.
got 5 other examples on this, so I will probably keep making different dino examples. So if anybody wants to star that or follow along, you're more than welcome to come up with and follow along as I'm finding weird data sets for things. I also do have an open source pop culture data set, which does include 22 seasons of Naked and Afraid.
Oh, okay. I don't even know what that is. Naked and
It's a
Afraid. What
reality
is that?
TV show for those of you. Ran by Discovery of people in the wilderness trying to survive, naked
Oh,
and
okay,
afraid.
okay. All right. Literally. Okay. I will
Literally.
have to check that out. Cool.
So
All right. Well, I'm happy we got our Donix popping out of the API, and it's yeah. I think a couple takeaways here is like you're not too late to AI. Making an agent isn't as intimidating as people might think. It's pretty approachable. we can in the recording, I'll share the links to your
Mhm.
repo and the Dino API, and also I dropped the link to where people can find you. I'll put that on the big screen. Um, and yeah, just before we wrap up, so Erin is a DX engineer looking for their next role. I guess anything you want to say about that, like what
No,
kind of
I think it's
companies
just
you're
I'm
interested
excited
in?
about the space, kind of where it's going, and I think I think there's a really interesting problem of like we have so much data that is being created right now, and it's like how do we use this for good
Hmm.
in the world, and like
Yeah.
what are we actually doing with this, and how are we thinking about it a lot differently? So that's an interesting problem. Like I know that's like not explicitly AI related, but like I feel like there's a lot of overlap with the two just because of their foundations.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. Awesome. Well, thanks for hanging, Aaron, and we definitely got to hang out again, and definitely got to
Yeah.
check out Warp again. Everybody else, won't be a stream for a little bit. I'm heading to GitHub Universe next week, and then Pamerum's going to be at KubeCon November, I think that's 10th. So if you're there, come say hey. And thanks again, everybody, for joining. And Aaron, thanks again for hanging. And if you don't mind staying on for 1 second, and we'll see you in the next one, peeps.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.